Hey, my chickadees, how y'all doing? Welcome to the back morning. All right, well, took me forever. It just kept saying going live, and I was never going live. I was already late because I was over at Miss Vicky's watching her. She streamed tonight. I was glad to see her on. Yay, Miss Vicky, I loved it. Okay, it is day 82. So we're gonna do some little checkers on this thing here. There we go. Hey, Miss Beth, how you doing? Hey, Crafty Creations girl, how you doing, Miss Constance? Jennifer, hey, welcome in. What do you do on each day? What do I do on each day? What? Okay, well, mark that off. We got that done. Oh, did I show y'all? Let me see. I can't remember because that page was still offending me. I'm still working on that one blooming page. It offends me so bad I don't even know where it's located in the book. Right there. So that's what I did to it. I think last night. I don't know. Oh yeah, I just mark off each day so I can stay orientated. Still being offensive. It's just offensive. But it's looking better. I'm liking it a lot better than I did. We colored that background. Remember that was that pink page with that little alien woman over here? Well, I covered that little alien woman up with this little gorilla monkey looking thing that's beating up the suitcase. And I put one of Miss Mayor's woman coming out of the bless you box. And then I say start off on the right foot. So I don't know. It's getting better, but it still needs some work. I ain't happy with it still, but it's getting there. I mean, we might end up covering everything else. I don't know, but it's getting there. That's the only page I got to get right before I can say that book is done. Got to get that page right. You like it so far? Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. It's still offending me though. I ain't liking it. But it's getting there. I mean, it's getting there. I'm knocking everything down. Y'all, this craft room is a disaster. I got everything done up. I got one more load. And I do believe that I am just going to go on and see about scheduling that little thing for y'all to look at and see if y'all want any of this stuff off this estate sale. And get it out the way and get it out of my house because it's about to give me a divorce or jail time. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Stephanie. I answered your question. Didn't say hello to you, I don't think. Okay, so this is what. Hey, Marty. No. Still no tower? Oh, my gosh. Until the end of the month? Honey, child, are you okay? You're not going through withdrawals, are you? Hey, Colleen. Woo, I would need some medication. On Thursday? Okay, Cindy, I'll be on the lookout for it. You know, if it say Thursday, it still might be Friday or Saturday before I get it. You know how my mail is. Miss Beth, have you got your happy mail from me yet? Oh, hey, Dana. Not yet. Okay, when you do, you're supposed to have a cheeky Dell plate in there. That little chicken Dell jelly plate I made. But I found an extra one. And I don't know if I left it out of yours or It was just an extra one. I can't remember. Oh, well, my happy mail is cuckoos. Okay, y'all, this is what I did. I have no mojo tonight. I have no mojo because this place is a disaster. I didn't have no mojo to clean it up. I ain't had no mojo to do nothing. Nothing. Let me know when you get it. Just let me know if it's not there. I'll know to put that in the mail for you. Because I did want to include one of the little chicken plates in that you were wanting. So I sent you and Steffi one that y'all wanting. Okay, so what I did was, and I need to thank Deb, we having our party tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. We still partying. And Miss Debbie Epps donated a collage book to give away. And I have one for US and one for international. So that's going to be the one we're going to play with tomorrow and give away. And it is the bird book. Because, Yep, today is day 82. Tomorrow is day 83. And we going to party. So tonight, I have Diane's Rust Kit that she did the collab with Gingy on. So her and Ginny is doing the collab together. So I did this. She is going to sell some napkins when? Tomorrow? Watch it be tomorrow while I'm in graduation. Okay, so I got a squirrel going on. Okay, so I put it in this little journal. I thought we could do a glue book with this because I want to build this one up because Colleen and them were doing the folder thing, and I saw and I really didn't like the folder thing, but then I just had this at work that we were throwing away because this thing was all stretched out and the little sides was messed up and everything. So I cut the sides off and I kept it, and I used the inside to put these in. And I'll tell you how I did it because it's real easy. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We're gonna find out together. And then Debbie donated another kit. She just got too good to me for the international giveaway for the journal. So she donated her digital book, Just Rust, for the international winner. And I went and I bought me a copy of it to play with. And then look, my ink, I did dyes and I did mine. My ink was already running low. But I like to get the last drop out of it. And honey child, my yellow ran out first and my rust kit turned purple. So now I'm reprinting this rust kit in purple color as long as it will print until the ink runs out, because that is just cute purple color. And my sissy loves purple. So I thought, I got to print this whole kit out in this purple color till my ink runs out so I can use it in Sissy's journal. I can make some Sissy stuff with it. Look at those pretty purple hues. The color is way off, but it's okay. I'm just completely out of yellow ink, I think. So I was going to do a quick flip through. I think they all printed. Not really sure. But I'm going to do a quick flip through on what I have to play with tonight. And then tomorrow we'll do a flip through on it. This is a cool book. And this is with my cheap printer too, on my cheap paper. So this is with my little cheap printer on my cheap paper. The paper that when you print it out, it's still wet kind of feeling. Look at that. Can you imagine that on some good quality paper? I tried to get them to send me some good quality paper, but HP said that's the only one you can get on their ink program. They informed me if I want something better, I go to the store and get it. No lie, that's what they said. Look at those. This is her. These are her collage companion books. Has backgrounds and pictures and cutouts where you can cut things out and collage, reverse collage on. Oh, it's just yummy looking. And this, when I saw this, I said, ooh, I'm going to play this with Diane's kid because this sure will be looking good together. And then some of my magazine papers and some of my other papers. And she's just pretty. She just too pretty. I'm going to play with her tonight. And then some of my other papers on it. I thought this would be fun. This is some other parts. This is the part, I think, part 4 or 3 or something in the middle. This is the one that I had to print, and it was printing purple instead of the natural color it's supposed to be. This rust color, it's printing purple. Oh yeah, I mail them back. They send this recycle bag where you can mail it back to them, and I think you just helping them. I don't believe you get any kind of benefits off of that except for helping the environment. That is pretty patina and rust colored. But that purple sure does look good. And this is about Debbie saying she's a mixed media artist and an author of Art of Fusion and Collage Techniques and Inspiration. And she has been teaching for 33 years and retired and focused on her artistic endeavors. Her interest in collage and mixed media has recently merged her with the creation of design material for Somerset Studio Art Tea collection available on Etsy that has allowed her to gain experience in AI generated images and the ability to harness the digital resources available. Okay. Thank you much. I'm going to set this over here because I got to play with this one because this little girl is pretty. But now this one, oh, there's so much possibilities for this kit. Look at this. I'm going to flip this through. This one is Diane's Messy Palettes, and it's on her coffee shop. However, which way you want to say it. In the South, we're going to say coffee. But it's on her kit, and you can, on her shop, and you can get it now. I'm going to flip through it. I don't know if this is the order that it prints out because this is the order I put in after I printed it out. And it didn't print full page because I got that cheap printer, and that cheap printer will not, in any terms whatsoever, let me take you out a little bit, print. I don't have enough light, do I? Can y'all see okay? It ain't too dark, is it? It won't print full page. But $30, what do I expect? The moon, apparently. And the man in it. But isn't these cute? Oh my God, there's so much potential with that for collage. And I'm just see everything. Even when them cowboys and Indians up in there fighting. Look at that. That'd make a cool tag. I didn't resize any of these because I wanted to use this for my base for my glue book collage thing in here. Look at that. I see a chicken on that bad boy. Then in the very back of it, I glued it to a piece of cardstock. And then you can see the back where I flipped it over and glued it here. This is supposed to be glued down here. This is supposed to be glued across here. I should have skipped one and I didn't. But it's okay. I don't think I had enough. Yeah, I didn't have enough. I should have did just 2 signatures. I only put 6 to 8 pages per signature. So I wind up with 3 signatures. And I should have just doubled them up a little more and just did 2, and it would have worked just fine. And I could have glued that one, and that would have worked just fine. Okay, so that's how we do it. And then look at that page. Oh my gosh, that is a train. Can y'all see that train? Look at that train. Oh my gosh, if you was doing a steampunk journal, ooh, we just be good for a steampunk journal. Let's see why. Look at that. This is a wonderful punch. We could punch those out with a hole puncher. Might print this one out again to use smaller. Look at that. I hear steampunk whistles blowing. Don't worry about the bright color page. I was just using up what I had. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that car. I see a goat standing on that car. Can't you see a goat standing on top of that hood of that car right there? Look at that. And then that's the back. So since I only had 4, I should have just put 2 signatures in it so those things would have worked accordion style on that, because I put it to cardstock and not that. That's okay. We will reinforce that with some tape and it will be just fine. Hey, Esther. Let me see. Hey, Debbie. We looked at your kit. Thank you so much. I was telling about the party for tomorrow we're having. And we're having another party on Friday because Bonnie's going to play with us on Friday. And she's donated a happy to give away 2 to celebrate my 500. So we just partying all week long. There you go. That's her Daisies and Grace. We're trying to get her 50 people so she can go live. So if y'all haven't subscribed to this account for Bonnie, this is the one she's got to be using to go live on this with her Facebook page. So if you would please subscribe to this account for her so it would count for her 50. Let me see. I said hey to Miss Esther. I said hey to Miss Debbie. It's tomorrow at 11 a.m. 11, 12, 1. I may be able to catch it. Oh, I hope so. I hope I'm gonna be able to catch that because I want to look at some of them napkins. I have some, but I want some unique ones. 11 a.m. Okay. Is that Central Time? I can't remember. You in Texas? Well, may not be. Is it it's Central Time? Yeah. Okay. I thought we were Central Time together, but yeah, no, don't know. I get confused, but we won't tell nobody that. Okay? That's just between me and you. Your sale is Saturday. Okay, so it's not Wednesday. You're not selling Wednesday. You're selling Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on your channel. Is that correct? We need a point of clarification, Mr. Officer. That's Robin's Law. See, I know a little Robin's Law of Order. Okay. Miss Debbie Sale with the napkins and the lace and something else she was saying up there. All her goodies she's going to be selling anyway is going to be Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Miss Debbie Epps' channel. That's the clarification we got. That's when it is. Thank goodness, because I was going to struggle to get there tomorrow. Hey, Miss Cindy. Hey, Daisy. Oh, Miss Beth know Miss Daisy is Bonnie. Hey, Glitter. Okay, so we're gonna have to get to playing because I just don't have no mojo. So we need to get to playing. We just gonna have to get to playing. And there is a plain page that I want to rip her out on and put her on, and then play with some. What? Well, that Diane has a color plain page. And I move my stuff around, y'all, cause I am going to get this thing. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this in order. I am gonna get this place in order because right now this is causing me not to want. I craft every day. Oh, thank you, Glitter. I craft. Thank you, Miss Deb. I craft every day. Usually I don't, I might play. I might not have a crafty mojo, but I just inspired to just create until I get to play, and then it kind of, comes because that's kind of how my stuff does. But I just don't even have the oomph to even play tonight. I mean, it took all I had to put this book together, and then I didn't even put it together right. And usually I don't have trouble like that. I finally just said and put it together and hope for the best. I'm going to tear this way because we can use all these bits. Let me turn this around this way so I can keep that bit together. There we go. And if I take it up a little higher here, and take it over here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Come down here. Maybe her radio. We're going to get rid of her radio. But we're going to keep that radio. Because that goat might have that radio sticking outside of his head to be jamming with like we used to with the boombox. So these pieces, I'm keeping those. Let me put those in the back in here. Maybe tea dye. Let me try tea dye because I don't know. I think my other one's up there. I might have to get it. Let's mix this tea dye with this other stuff. Look, Marty, I'm covering it back up. It's Marty gone. I know you do. Oh, how's everybody? Y'all, this weather is crazy. This Mother Nature needs a Xanax. Are y'all doing okay? Everybody safe? Because I know Angie was having some storms. I'm glad she made it off her walk before it hit. And it's crazy up there where Bonnie is. I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, and it was like, I don't know what, 7 states that was getting bad weather all at one time. I was like, I felt so sorry for him and all his little storm chasers. I mean, you talking about a busy night. Y'all can't see me. I'm inking. I'm sorry. My chair has done. I'm going to have to set my chair back up. It's done fell down. If y'all could see my craft room, y'all think it looked bad the last time I showed it? Oh my God. I've got a table over there that's got all those old books on it. And the collage packs up under there. I've got linens out in the dining room. Hubby is his eyes are about to pop out of his head. I'm telling you, if I don't hurry up and do something with this stuff, he is going to have to go to emergency room. Oh, I'm going to send him into a crisis or something. Okay, that was good. I'm going to darken this side right there. And then right on here. There. Oh, she's so pretty. Okay. And I thought I want to play with some of them wild animals I got. Don't ask me why. I just feel like some wild animals. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hold up. Back it up. You're decorating playing cards. Turn them into ACTs. I did that. I got mine over here when I moved them. I got them some right there. Diane is gonna make 100 cards this week. Good luck. Now, is it 100 like greeting type cards or 100 ACT cards? Greeting cards. Oh, Jesus. Good luck to y'all on that. I might could get away with some abstract, artsy, fartsy kind of looking stuff, but the card company, the card peoples, like the scrapbook peoples, I don't know what they call them, but the greeting card people, the card makers, they would send a card making popo after me. They would lock me up in jail. Y'all know I can't cut no straight line. And being card makers all about clean and precise and all that kind of mess. And that, no, I'd rather go have a root canal. I can't do that. I learned my lesson when I tried to make that clean journal. I learned it really big and really fast. No way. I love it, but I will spend my money on it. I won't be making it. Not unless I just absolutely in a crisis pinch got to. It does not make me happy or relieve any of my stress. I'm aware of that and I am okay with that. I am. Because I know some people, if they craft and art and did stuff like me, they would need a Xanax too. So we're gonna call it even. Steven. Now, I got some wild animals I've been dying to play with. The question is, where did I put it? See, that's why I don't want to do any creativity, because I can't create nothing if you can't find nothing, which means somebody needs to stop cleaning up their craft room. Merciful Jesus, merciful Jesus. I have to call on the Lord. Okay. Here's one book. Here's the other one. And I got one more. And I took it out because I said I'm going to have to put it right here so I can get to. It's that daggone right here spot. And I think it's probably in front of this. I probably put it up so I wouldn't lose it. Well, I guess I just won't be playing with that tonight. Oh, let me go find it. Yeah, here we go. I put it back up. It was a struggle because I had put a shelf in front of it. All right, let's see. Look at here. I want a possum. I know. We can't be doing that. We got to get that straightened up. I'm so glad y'all love making cards and stuff because when I want them, I like to be able to get them from y'all. Yeah, girl. I done got your rust kit. I done put it in a journal and I done did a flip through on it. Where you been? I bought that kit last night. It looked good in the neighborhood. I'm trying to get Jinjin's kit too. Because I think all three of those will look awesome together. 25 watercolor greeting cards from Graham and 25 for your mom and sisters. Wow. They are amazing. You use watercolor greeting cards for a local art group that you were in, sometimes 10 to 12 a month, all different. Wow, Miss Esther. Well, they go together, in my mind anyway. I don't know about y'all's mind, but they do in mine. Oh, look at that one. Okay, I want this little one. It's kind of torn, but we can work with it. That page is torn. I don't think I have another one. I cut this at the book because I planned on using all these animals. And I have the dust cover. That's the one I really want to use. But I put it up in that special right here place. That is especially right here missing. Yeah, I'm going to use this page because I don't like the other pages. Fat edge, get down. Oh, I cannot hug on you. No, I can't. I'm trying to cry. Why don't you go snuggle up with Daddy? I want that little bird right there. That Daddy's been in heaven. He's been all over everything. He's been sniffing around all my craft stuff like it's new to him. He ain't never seen it before, but I guess I'm cutting out this little bird, but I got to get up here to my balls. And I'm going to leave that little white between his tail because that's where the tape is. It's holding the piece that was rusted. And I don't know how long that tape has been on there, so I'm not going to risk it. I didn't tape that book. It was taped when I got it. So we're going to leave it alone. And it's a cockatoo. I mean, not a cockatoo. A parakeet. Well, I guess I should have read about it before I went and put it out. Oh, no. It's a curtail because it has a big tail. It's going to sit on her shoulder. It is. Let's find it. All right, look, Fat Daddy, get in. I need my lap. Oh. Let's see. I'm kind of liking that just a little bit. But it don't look like it's sitting on her shoulder because of that tail. Maybe. I can make it look like it's sitting over here in front of her on that thing. To put some shadows and stuff on it. I could cut the paper and have the tail coming down here and have him sitting right here and shadow that thing out. But I like him over here. We're going to put him right here. And we're going to have some monkey. We are. I'm going to put this monkey up here. Glitter is of the devil. I think I saw you. Didn't you do that one day this week on a live, Debbie? Was I dreaming that, or was that somebody else? I don't know. I try to watch everybody and let it play in the background at work. And I had to multitask, and I miss stuff and come back in, and sometimes it just confuses me. Yep, a little sparkle does add a lot. There's nothing wrong with bling. Nothing wrong with lace either. I put lace on everything. Make glitter great again. Hashtag make glitter great. I played with glitter one time. You know, I did that glitter embossing stuff, which I'm still, by the way, cleaning up. Okay, let me cut this monkey out because sitting there reading chat talking is not getting this monkey done. Oh, excuse me. I think I know what's wrong with me. I really do. It's the graduation tomorrow, I think. I think that's what it is. It's got me feeling very mixed emotions. I'm so proud of my babies. Because they're graduating in very good standing. So I'm very, very proud of them for that. Especially my middle baby, because He has a little bit of a learning disability with his ADD. He has chalexia and a touch of dyslexia, but it's mostly chalexia. Uh, Bothers him really bad. He struggled with that a good bit. And there was another lexia. He had chalexia and one of the other ones for the dyslexia part. Did not know there was different forms of dyslexia. I thought dyslexia mean you turn your numbers backwards and your letters backwards and stuff, which I do that, but on certain one of them. And then, ADDers put words before other words and everything else anyway, so that's not technically dyslexia. That's technically your brain's working too fast for your mouth and vice versa. Now I'm trying to cut this white out, but I don't want to cut his little feet off because his little feet looks like hands. But that sure is fiddly. I'm trying not to say bad words. Okay. There we go. All right. I think the little monkey, I want the little monkey hanging right here. Maybe right there. I'll put him right there on that shelf because he's reaching up to the other shelf. It's my little monkey. Let's see, I wanted a possum. We had a possum over here in this other stuff. So let's get us a possum. Oh, we want a Perry doll too. I mean, we can't have that without a Perry doll, right? But oh my goodness, there's a cowboy horse. We put a cowboy on. Look, there's a cowboy on a horse, the Marlboro Man, running to the rescue. I mean, why not put a horse on it? Let's see, where? Oh God, I hate spiders. That was an ugly tarantula. I won't show that. That might trigger somebody because those things are ugly. But I guess a possum could trigger somebody. Maybe not as common as a tarantula and a snake. Those are. Oh Lord, that beaver's ugly. That was a face only a mama could love. Did we use the possum? I guess I used my possum. Or I sent it to somebody. It was right at the front of the book. But I'm about past all these pages now. I see no possum. Nope, no possum. Okay, well, we're going to go back and get this muskrat looking thing. Let's see what's on the back of the muskrat. Yeah, I can't find the muskrat. Oh, it's a beaver. Well, that's a beaver swimming in. Oh, there he is. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh. She has been having it rough. Bless her heart. It sounds like a country song. Bless it. Mm. Okay, well, here we go. We're going to put this down then. And we're going to put this down. And then we're going to shadow just a little bit. And then we will see what old Hank's been up to. Because, you know, poor old Hank. I don't know what to say about that critter. All right, let's see. He looks cute over here, like he's coming out the side of this page, looking up at her, like, what is the deal, Lucille? And I think he ought to be swimming right here. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. That's just a dam on the other side. We're gonna have beaver swimming. I just think the beaver ought to be swimming. Okay. Okay, that's the water. And then right here, from here up, we got to cut him out of the water like he's coming up on the land like a drowned rat. That's what beavers look like. They look like drowned rats. And then I'll tear that piece because I don't need it sharp. And then we'll cut around here. I'm just going so slow tonight. And y'all like, what the hell is wrong with her? Alright. Something must be wrong with me because I ain't done nothing but use a glue stick. Alright, so there we go. We're coming up out the water. He's crawling up on her. Lap. She got the love on her old drowned rat beaver. He need a little help. Like that. Let me go and put that down. He crawling up here. There we go. Alright. Then I gotta get his legs and stuff because he got some. There we go. He's coming in from the other room because he heard that beaver. So he's coming in to see what all the commotion's about. The birds just looking at him like they all stupid. There we go. Pop right up there on that. There we go. And look good once we get that shading done. Yeah. Put him some shadows around. That's gonna look good. And then the monkey. Let's get that. Weird beard. Like he looks like he got rabies. We're gonna leave it like that because he do look like he got little rabies foaming at the mouth and stuff. I have to use some markers on that situation. But I believe that's what's wrong with me tonight, y'all. I really am. I'm having some little mommy heart issues. Tomorrow be here and over soon. Okay, so he's got to reach up here on here, and then he's got to go over here on this side here like that, and then reach up there on that. There we go. Oh, he fit perfect. It's like he was meant to be right there. She just Snow White with all these animals, ain't she? She need a bird and a butterfly and a little dwarf. Y'all, I have got to get me that Art by Marlene book. I've got to get it. I got to get it. I want that little fat woman with her hands up in the air. Okay. All right, there we go. Well, how long has it been? Jesus, 51 minutes to do nothing. What is wrong with me? Let me cut that page like that right there. I'm gonna leave it up there. Okay, that's where we'll stop tonight so I can read. They don't look too bad. That's kind of freaking cute. That looks like that's peeled back and her coming out. Hi, dog. Oh, y'all can't see it. That's because my desk is too messy. Ugh. There. Isn't that stinking cute? Oh, wait, your mic has feedback. And we can't see the page. I don't know why this mic has feedback. Well, it's that boy in yonder who's on something. Let me make sure I got this cut off. Oh, that was on. Now, is that better? I cut it off. And I moved the page. I came around. Nope. And my phone did not ring. What is wrong with the phone? I think it's the weather. Hey, Angela, because no, I was in my own little pity potty world over here. That's what's wrong with me. I'm having a pity potty. I'm just having a pity potty moment. After that second storm came through today, my phone kept saying could not connect to network to make calls because I couldn't call you back. It kept saying to make calls connect to Wi-Fi or a network. And I was like, what? And it would just pop off on its own like that. I don't know what's going on. But like I was saying, this looks like, don't that look like the page? The wall has just been kind of come back and she just coming. You can see through the wall. We Superman. We can see through this wall. See, they come along to see what's going on. He done climbed out the water to climb on there with her. The bird's sitting here like y'all all crazy. And there's a monkey minding his own business. So all we got to do is put some little shadows here to ground that bird. He needs some shadow in there and there. I need to shadow this just a little bit more because I should have went just a little bit darker with that. And I need to outline our little prairie dog over here. And I need to give this some motion with some water motion. We'll work on that later. But that's one thing I'm gonna do. And I'm kind of liking this, considering this was trash. I really am. Now, my only thing is, oh, that scared me. I thought that was a bug. Is this does good, except for it only had 4 pleats in it. Yeah. And I should have just put 2 signatures so I could have glued them between the pleats instead of just trying to glue them to one of the pleats. And then that way it would stay better. But it's staying really good. I put Fabri-Tac on it, so it's staying really good. We'll see how it does. We can always tape that bad boy down. And to make them, all I do is take me a piece of cardstock and I folded the tops over because my printer did not print borderless. So it had a white border up here and I just folded it over. And as you can see here, I folded over the cardstock so it can do like over the page. And then I glued them down to each other and then glued it to the cardstock and then put this over top of all of it. And then I glued the back of it in the front into the accordion. And that's all I did. And then this was tall because I think this was legal size maybe. So I just cut this down and folded this over more. And this was all stretched out, so I tied up. But giving it one tie, I can do it this way. And hold it all together. And then we can collage the outside and cover all that up. And that'll look good. That'll be a cute little journal. And then we can just keep adding and building to it. Because look, it'll expand. And there's always duct tape. Okay. Like we needed to make another journal, right? So we're going to put this down here. Oh, let me put my stuff in. Hey, Deb, did you see my purple? Yeah, see, I did the HP print on my Eco Tank. My Eco Tank did borderless. It did all kind of stuff. Then I needed to fill the waste tank up. I mean, fix the waste tank thing on it. And I decided I just get me a $30 one. Got me a $30 one during Black Friday, and then the HP thing came. Oh, hold on. Scared the hell out of me. I didn't know who was coming to my house. Say hey to Sissy. So I printed your kit out on one of the last parts, and I had ran out of yellow ink and it printed purple. And you know, Cece likes purple, so I had to print it purple. And it's now in there printing the rest of them, the purple color, so I can use them in her journal. Okay, so we got that. And I'm going to put that in here so I can have it with that. And I told them about, the international gift and then our party tomorrow. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm going to get my Kindle up. Now look what Sissy did. Don't that look good? That's the top of that boy's graduation cap. What's it saying that he wants to go down here? That I got to write, y'all. I cannot do that. Okay. It says
don't gotta worry about fitting in when you're custom made. And that's what he wants wrote on the bottom.
Let me read that. Don't gotta worry about fitting in when you're custom made.
Yeah.
And he wants that written on the bottom.
Yeah, and that blue and the dark.
That's
blue.
a lot of freaking writing to put right there.
Yeah, I know it.
I got them little bitty things. Ooh, we're gonna have to pray for we do that. I do it after I finish my live.
Well, I brought it over so you have it so you can do that and it can finish dry.
It's dry, or is it dry enough for me to write on?
It's dry enough for you to write on.
Okay. All right. Oh, I know, and at the top, that's the top of his. That's their graduation cap, and that's the top of it. And that cool. She did a good job, didn't she? I need to scan that when it dries. Okay, let me put it right here so I won't get it messed up. Okay.
So I need to see.
Yeah, you need to text that to me. Okay, here we go. We're going to do our story. It's supposed to bookmark it to the last part we read, but let's see. It's my night. Lie down, big. Okay. They were outside and barking. It says it seems to be a common trait in masters. It says now you lie down and be quiet. I don't want. Oh wait. Okay. Thank you. She scared me coming in. Type it out and then Mod Podge it on there. I can. I got that Cricut. But that's some little writing. That's a lot of little writing. I'll get it though. I got some transfer paper and stuff. I'll figure it out. Because I cannot mess Cece's stuff up. Let's see. Now you lie down and be quiet. I don't want to hear another peep out of you. You know better than that. The men went back inside, and I waited a minute. Then old Drover came, and the coast is clear. I gave him that coast is clear sign, and we got back up and went over to the edge of the pickup. Old Bruno was lying flat with his eyes wide open and a couple of his fangs showing beneath his lips. He was trembling with rage. Dover, you ever seen an uglier dog than that one right there? He giggled. Nope, never did. Me neither. Can you imagine what his mother must have looked like? Oh, Lord, I'm talking about dog's mama. A growl came from deep in Bruno's throat. I don't like his pointed ears, said Drover, whining. You know why they pointed, don't you? When boxers are born, they have such big floppy ears a surgeon has to cut off 2 yards of hide. And then they whack off the tail. And then they put the puppy's face into a sharp vise and smash it until it looks like Bruno's. No kidding? Yep. As you might expect, it affects the brain too. Smashes it down to the size of a dog biscuit. The growl that came from Bruno's throat started growing louder and louder. That's why boxers are so dumb. Brains been smalled. It's the mark of the breed. They tell me that when you can't get papers on a boxer unless he's too dumb to walk across the street. They give him a test and everything. See? All that one that flunks, well, they become registered boxers. By this time, the growl had become so steady roar, just a steady roar. And that's why you never see a boxer work cattle. Just too freaking dumb to hold down a steady job. Bruno's eyes were cloudy, as if they were filled with smoke from a fire burning inside. His teeth snapped together. Maybe he was crunching imaginary bones. Why would anybody want a dog that's so big and dumb and ugly? Drover asked. I wondered about that myself, said I, and the only answer I could come up with is that maybe if a guy had a piece of a log chain that he didn't know what to do with, he'd buy a boxer to hang it on. That did it. Bruno erupted again and lunged at us, his mouth wide open and full of jagged teeth. I got a real look at his tonsils, which appeared to be a little bit inflamed. I jerked my head at Dover, and we both set up a line of Z's when the Cowboys came out again. Bruno, what in the world? Bad dog, bad dog. Why can't you just lie still and shut up like these other dogs? Bruno whispered. Well, I guess I better go. Bruno's a snot. See y'all later. Bruno go get them one day. When the pickup drove off, me and old Dover sat up and grinned and waved goodbye to our new friend. Bruno was so mad his eyes were crossed, foam was dripping off his chops. That what makes being a cow dog worthwhile. Teamwork. He's so damn mean. Chapter 5, another bloody murder. Oh Lord, somebody else done got killed. When we crossed the cattle guard and put us back on the ranch, I felt a change come over me. In town, I had been just another happy-go-lucky dog without a care in the world. But back on that ranch, I felt the same crushing sense of responsibility that's known to people in high places, such as the president and the prime minister and emperors. And such. Woo. Okay. Being head of ranch security is a great honor, but also a dreadful burden. I remember when the chicken house murder. I still don't have any suspects. Or I had too many suspects. Maybe that was it. Everyone was a suspect. Well, everyone but that milk cow. And I had I had pretty muchly scratched her off the list. And the porcupine, since they only eat trees. That dog is so dumb. Oh my God, and arrogant. Mm. But every other creature on the ranch was under the shadow of suspicion, except Drover. He was just too chicken to kill a chicken. When we got home, I trotted up that chicken house and went over the whole thing in my mind again. While I was sitting there lost in my thought, a chicken came up and pecked me on my tail. Scared the fool out of me just for a second, though. Just a second. I snarled at her and made her squawk and flap her wings. That's another thing about this job. Every day, every night, you put your life on the line. And for what? A bunch of idiot birds that could just as soon peck you on the tail as tell you good morning. Sometimes you wonder if it's worth it. And all that keeps you going is a dedication to duty. Oh my goodness. Me too. In the end, that's what separates the top notch cow dogs from the common rumble rattle, whatever the word is anyway, dogs that just don't give a rip, is what I'm trying to say. Well, I ain't had nothing to work with, no evidence, no case. There wasn't a thing I could do until the killer struck again. I could only hope that me and Drover could catch him in the act. I decided to change my strategy. Instead of throwing a guard around the chicken house, I would use a stakeout approach. Stakeout, is a technical term we use in the biz. Webster's defines stake as a length of wood or metal pointing in one end for driving into the ground. It comes from the Anglo-Saxon word stego or stoko or something like that, and the Danish word tok or stoke. Out is defined as away from, far from, removed from a place, a position, or a situation. It comes from Middle English toot. I thought that was an Indian name, but anyway, Middle English toot. That's about as technical as I can make it. In layman's term, a stakeout is basically just a trap. You leave a chicken house unguarded, don't you see, and watch and wait and wait and watch until the villain comes and makes his move. Then you swoop in and get him real good. That's pretty simply really when you get used to the terminology. At dark, me and old Drover staked the place out, or stuck it out. We hid in some tail weeds, maybe 30 feet from the chicken house. Time sure did drag. The first couple of hours, we heard coyotes hauling off in the pastures. Drover kept looking around with them big old eyes. I thought he might try to slip off to that machine shed, but he didn't. After a while, he laid his head down on his paws and went to sleep. Asleep. I could have kept him awake, but I pulled rank and demanded he stay awake, but I thought, what the heck? The little guy probably needed to sleep. I figured I could keep watch and wake him up when the time came for action. Then I fell asleep. But the funny thing about it was that I dreamed I was awake, sitting there standing guard. I kept saying, Hank, are you still awake? And Hank says, sure I am. If I was asleep, you and I wouldn't be talking like this now, would we? And I said, nope, I suppose not. Seems to me it's kind of a waste of a good sleep to dream about what you was doing when you was awake, and but that's what happened. I heard something squawk and I said, Hank, what's that? Nothing. You sure? Sure, I'm sure. You're wide awake and watching a stakeout, aren't you? I think so, yes. And stop worrying. The squawking went on. And the next thing I knew, Drover was jumping up and down. Hank, oh Hank, he's back to murder. Help, blood. We fell asleep, oh gosh. Hank, wake up. Huh? I ain't asleep. And right then my eyes popped open and I was awoke. Dang the luck, I was asleep. I was afraid of that. We dashed out of the weeds and found a body south of the chicken house door. The MO was the same. That's another technical term. MO stands for modus of operations, which means how it was done. We shorten it to M.O. You see, MO. A pattern began to emerge. The killer had struck twice, and both times he had killed a white longhorn hen. Actually, that might not have been a critical point because there wasn't any other color hens on the place, but I mention it to demonstrate the kind of deep thinking that goes into solving a case of this type. You can't overlook a single detail, even those that don't mean anything. You know what I mean? But the most revealing clue was that the murderer hadn't dragged his victim off. That meant he hadn't killed for food, but only for the sport, you see. In other words, we had a pathographical, logical killer on the loose. This was very significant. hmm First big break in the case, I tell you. At least I had a MO. That narrowed the suspects down to coyotes, coons, skunks, badgers, fox, rats. It hadn't eliminated anybody. I was right back to where I started. I hunkered down and studied the body. It was still warm. A warm chicken. Oh, my mouth began to water. I noticed a rumble in my stomach. The fresh evidence was pointing the case in an entirely new direction. Drover, why don't you run on and get some sleep? You had a tough day. Oh, I'm awake now. I'm awake now. You look sleepy. I do? Yes, you do. Awful sleepy. Your eyes look some kind of baggy. Don't you think we should sound the alarm? Nah, not just yet. I need to do a little more studying on the course. My stomach growled real loud. Drover pursed his ears up. What was that? I ain't hearing anything. He waited and listened. I concentrated on making my stomach shut up. You can do that, you know. Control your body with your mind. Only it didn't work this time. My stomach growled again. It sounded like a rusty gate hinge. What's that? Rigor mortis, I said. Chickens do that. Run along now and get some sleep. We got a big day ahead of us. Well, okay. He started off and heard my stomach again. He turned around and twisted his head and stared at me. Was that you? Do not be observed. Do not be observed. Good night, Drover. He shrugged and went on down to the gas tanks. I gave him plenty of time to bed down and get comfortable. Snapped at a few mosquitoes and fell asleep. My mouth was watering so much that it was dripping off my chin. When everything was real quiet, I snatched up the body and loped out into the horse pasture and began my post-mortem investigation. It was very interesting. I didn't hurry this part of the investigation. I labored over my work for several hours and fell into a peaceful sleep. When I woke up, it was bright daylight. I could feel the rays of sun warming my coat, and I glanced around trying to remember where I was, and when I figured it out, my heart almost stopped beating. I was laying in the center of a circle of white feathers, and several more feathers was clinging to my mouth and nose. My belly gulped, and Sally Mae was standing over me with a look of horror on her face. Hank, you the one! Oh, Hank, how could you? Huh? No, wait. No, there's been a mistake. Well, you see, I just, and the chicken was already dead, and I thought, well, hey, listen, I can explain everything. See, this is what happened was. It must have looked pretty bad, me laying there in the middle of all that damning evidence. Sally Mae headed down to the house, swinging her arms and walking fast. I did not know what to do. If I ran, it would look bad. If I stayed, it would look bad. No matter what I did, it was going to look bad. Maybe eating that chicken had been a mistake. Okie dokie. Well, I thank y'all for listening to my story tonight. Bless his heart in that chicken episode he did. And I will see y'all tomorrow night for party time. We're gonna party hotty tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. I know, poor old Hank. Y'all have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let them bed bugs bite. And I'll see you tomorrow if the creek don't rise and the Lord's willing. And I'm not crying too hard. Bye. Oh, I didn't tell you the best part. My baby has so many tassels that's going to hang around his neck. He's got one for the graduation, one for the National Honor Society, a big one for the National Guard, one for making the highest on some tests, and another one for having an ACT of 20, and then a red one for giving blood. That boy got to wear all that around his neck. I tell you, that's just something. Okay, bye y'all. See y'all tomorrow.